Okay, we should be live, Paul.
Oh, hey, we're live from Port Huron, Michigan. Okay, I better bring up the chat and everything. All right. Hit the like button. Go to the pop-up chat. There we go there. We're going to drag it over. Pop that up there. And we're good to go. Go. Yeah. Well, they said they're calling for maybe rain this afternoon or something. I don't know. Partly sunny in the morning with a risk of thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. Chance of rain, 70%. But we're only supposed to be a quarter of an inch, so I'll go see what the radar looks like. It'll come up. Oh, don't want to come up for some reason. Well, let's do a refresh. Oh.
Boy, JD posted just 17 minutes ago. A river runs through it, St. Joseph River. It's really nice.
Oh, got some rain down around Indianapolis and some up around Traverse City in the Mackinac. Heavy rain, so it must be coming this way. Let's click the button, see. There's a little tail around Grand Rapids there, going around Lansing, Flint, coming right at you, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's not till later on this afternoon. At least it's about 2 o'clock at your time.
Well, I think it's going to be a slow start.
Well, it's Monday. Well, here in Canada, it's a holiday today. So, well, specific. No banks or post office or anything today. So, but everything's open. So,
oh, Justin's there.
And speak to the gas man.
A long day today.
Yeah. Well, we're supposed to have a pretty warm week today.
No, it's already 80 out. Only 8 o'clock. That's going to jump up probably by 10 or 15 degrees in the next couple hours.
Yeah, yeah. Is it clear out or?
I mean, yeah, there's not a single cloud in the sky. That could change all this afternoon, though, too. So. Usually storms roll through in the afternoon time around 2 o'clock.
It's supposed to feel like 91 today, so that's not too bad, but they call it for rain, so. Hey, Russell, good morning. How you doing there, Russell?
Good morning, Russell.
Good morning, everybody in the chat. I don't know who's all in there.
Yeah. Well, see,
not many people yet.
Yeah. I see they lowered the temperature for the week anyways, Paul. I got one day it's going to Wednesday, it's going to be 100, and Thursday 97, but they've cut it down a little bit. Then Saturday, Sunday's going to be, not quite over 100, but. Yep, you're first for sure there, Russell, this morning. What the? Supposed to be a little windy this afternoon, eh, Paul? Says up to 40 mile an hour.
Yep.
Wow. I thought maybe I'd see if the drone was going to charge up, but whoa, it's going to be windy for a few days here.
You don't have any jobs to do you?
No, no. Guess today's the 1st of August. So today's the 1st of August today. July's all done, guys.
I'm thinking about putting in a couple more vacation days here in like 2 weeks. Once the kids are back out at school, it'd be nice to have the house to myself for a couple days during the daytime.
Hey, there you go. That's the way to do it. When do your kids go back?
I think a week after next. They go back in the middle of the week of all things too, on a Wednesday.
Oh yeah, we do the same thing.
I get them settled down. Yep. Get them used to where they're going, what they're doing, their seat assignments, and the blah 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 blah. You know.
Ours don't go back till the 7th of September. So
When I was going to school, we used to go back about the last week of August.
yeah, I figured you'd want back open. Right. So,
Yeah, my two oldest will be starting high school next year.
I- You don't want to go, guys. You just want the bug nation one.
I can't believe my two oldest will be in high school next year.
No, good. Go lay down. Go on. You want that? You want a treat? No? One day you take them, one day you don't. There you go. There. Okay. Oh ho, Wayne B, Mike Rennick, and JD. Good morning, gentlemen.
What's up, guys?
Okay, that's done.
Okay, I'll go back to bed now. Okay. Oh, gibbers.
JD, how you doing? I really enjoyed your video this morning, JD.
Yeah.
That you posted.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, our schools here, teachers are talking about a strike now.
Yeah. Does that
Yeah, we may not go back. You're breaking up there, Justin.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, we can hear you now.
I said, was it for over money?
Over money.
Or what?
What he wants to know. Why are
Yeah, I think that's all it is money. They're talking about trying to tell the government to make them an essential service, then they can't strike. But anyway, hey, Cory Mano, good morning.
Good morning, Corey.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for Grady Judd to do a press conference, maybe later today or tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I guess some kid called 911 yesterday and said he shot and killed his family member. He was like 20 years old or something, but they don't know. They didn't say who it was or anything.
I'm going to show a little bit of JD's. He just posted this.
Wow.
I'll
Yeah, I
look
think
around his area.
Wow, that's cool. You got it. All right.
Very
I'm gonna
nice,
take
JD.
the drone
Yeah.
with me tomorrow.
The drama queen.
Do what?
You're calling JD a drama queen?
No, I said I think I'll take the drone with me tomorrow.
Oh, drone with you tomorrow. I thought you said the drama queen.
Well, that too, but I didn't say that. But
That is Lake Michigan, I believe. That's when he was over on the western side of the state of Michigan.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, look at all the people on the beach. Huh?
Yep. St. Joseph River in Michigan. Yep. Silver Beach, Michigan.
Wow, nice.
Very nice, JD.
Good.
Nice transitions. Yeah, very nice. And that's Lake Michigan out there, and that's the St. Joe's River.
Look like some boats there waiting for that bridge to swing, eh?
Either that or they're just hanging out there.
Yeah.
But I would imagine that waiting for it to swing around.
Yeah.
Very nice, JD.
Yeah. Hey, Filipina, good morning.
Filipina, Filipina, Filipina.
good morning.
She's just either at lunchtime or just going into the early afternoon there. I think it to be about 1:15, I think.
Traffic hasn't been as bad today, surprisingly, for Monday morning.
So Filipina just had her lunch.
Oh, good for you, Filipina. Not much going on down at my martini bar.
Wow. She's quiet down there, but
Quiet. Even the streets are quiet.
yeah, look at guys like some blue anyways.
Yep. Oh, it's a nice morning.
Yeah, it's a Monday morning.
Yep. You know, the Southwest Michigan, the Northern Michigan, and even the East Coast of Michigan, it's all nice. It really is. A lot of tourism goes on. Ooh, I forgot to hit the like button. I guess they hit the like button.
So Filipina has to go to work in an hour.
Well, I went down and did another night shoot last night, but it didn't turn out so hot, so I'm not gonna put it up. It's just so dark. There's only one or two spots in there. Plus, all of a sudden, when I got down there, the wind picked up. So when I was going down on the south of the bridge, trying to get around that ship, it just like kind of stalled. I couldn't make it around.
Bro.
Oh, cool, Mike. Happy birthday. Yeah. He had a friend give him an SD card reader with its own screen.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Never knew you could get that on a 5-inch screen. You put a card reader. Oh, wow.
He says it's part of his drone kit now. I'm just gonna check and see how the river traffic is. Boy, marine traffic has been acting up lately. It hasn't been working all that good. Last night, that ship I went to go see, it showed it like about 2.5 miles out. And I looked up and it's coming around the corner already. So,
Oh, geez. They're a little late, were they?
yeah. Everybody has computer glitches, I think, probably because of the more usage. Yeah, not much going here. As far as ship traffic, as you can see, Paul, a little bit down here in Erie, but nothing here. Here's the one that just went through the Frontenac is downbound. Nothing up here. This the Whistler's headed over to Canada. The Walter McCarthy's up the tip of the thumb. Not much going. I mean, there's a few ships over in Michigan and
Yep. Yeah, Wayne B, but not too much of a holiday, but most of the things are open today. The banks and post offices and stuff. More of a federal holiday today than anything.
God, this dump truck is so slow. Come on. Speed it up, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop yawning here. Holy mackerel. Damn pills, they make me yawn. They're kicking in.
Well, it's another Monday. It's gonna warm up today. What did
Yeah,
it
so
say?
far,
What did it say? Temperature day in the 80s?
but yeah, I don't know. So far, I haven't got any signs yet. We'll see what goes on during the day. I expect to start getting some signs to come back because they've been out a long time. So, yeah, happy 1st of August. Yep.
Filipina, do you have any flying weather over there today or?
Yep, we're creeping up on the holiday season.
Yeah, this is the end of summer, is and historically around here, I don't know how it is down there in Florida, but usually the last couple of weeks of the month, because kids getting ready to go to school, the second and third week of the month of August is when they get their little excursions done out to this state park, out to here, out to there, out to an amusement park, or all those kinds of things. Yes, happy 1st of August to you too, Filipina. April, right? August. Yep. Filipina says, happy 1st of August to everybody. Did you see somebody put out a short video of the new FPV DJI supposed to be released? They showed pictures and specs.
It might be the same pictures though that's been being shown. I don't know, are they new ones? Because I've
Well,
seen
they
the
were
same,
it was very clear. I don't know if it was new or not, but it was very clear. And it showed the label and everything on it.
Yeah, because I've seen the same 5 pictures over and over again. In the past couple months, everybody keeps resharing the same pictures. I'm not sure if I saw them, I would know if I were the same ones. Who was it that shared it?
I can't. The one gal that is of Oriental descent, but not Mila. I can't think of what her name was. I just came across it late last night, and clicked on it.
Is it a big drone channel?
Let me see if I can find it.
And Marshall's in the chat. Good morning.
Morning, Marshall.
Is it a big drone channel or what?
Yeah, she does a lot of stuff.
I think it's all still speculation because I don't know if they've actually released anything about it. I don't even know if any of
Well, it shows the specs, it shows the amp hours, it shows right on a it's a full screenshot of the
Those there.
of the label.
I'm wondering if any of the reviewers even got one yet.
Hey, good morning, Bill from Newfound Drone Production. Good morning.
Avita is the name of it. AVATA.
I think I've ever heard of her.
There
Although
it is.
there's a
You've heard of Young 360? She's the one.
no. To be honest, I don't really watch a lot of big drone channels. I can barely keep up with just people I know's videos.
Here, I'll let you guys watch and hear. It's only 3 minutes and I'll skip through it as I need to.
Now have a very small but important update on DJI Avatar in terms of leaks and rumors. Nothing is confirmed, however, we are referring back those rather reliable leakers on Twitter. So let's quickly go to Zita LV's Twitter account. This was posted in July 26. Yesterday, there is now FCC filing for DJI Avatar. It looks like FPV is now getting ready for an imminent launch. So here in the DJIDrone.com website, that the launch of the drone has been reportedly delayed on account of the production unit moving to a new location. The mini FPV drone was earlier expected to release sometime between July and August. So maybe it's not gonna even happen in the month of August, but a bit later when the weather is a bit more cool, so that it will be much more fun and practical to actually play with the new FPV. Great leaker on Twitter about DJI product. So FCC ID application by DJI Technology. You can see the application date was made in 26th of July. So that was just yesterday. You can see that DJI Goggles 2, DJI O3 Air Unit, and DJI Avatar. These three equipments that will be, I guess, in the package with DJI Avatar, because Avatar is an FPV drone, so it would need a goggle and O3 air unit. So what is air unit? It's one of these, the camera system that goes on the FPV drone. So I guess O3 air unit would be an upgraded version or a smaller version for this mini FPV. Or is O3 air unit like OcuSync 3? I'm not quite sure. Do correct me if my information is just completely wrong. So along with the FCC ID application of 3 units that may be applicable for DJI Avatar, the mini FPV, there has been also leak on the sticker that goes on the battery label. So here you can see that powered by battery 14.76 volt, 2420 mAh. So previously, the previous FPV, DJI FPV, it had a battery capacity of 2000 mAh. So this Avatar, the mini FPV, it does have more battery juice and it's smaller, so hopefully it will actually last in the air for a decent amount of time. Because previous DJI FPV, the maximum flight time is at approximately 20 minutes. So I think just as a rough guesstimate, we should get more than 30 minutes on this DJI Avatar, DJI Mini FPV. And one thing that DroneDJ.com has interestingly pointed out, that 2 versions of DJI Goggles 2 have been filed with the FCC under model numbers RCDS-18 and RCDS-18B. So what's the difference between the two? They say not much. In the company's own words, the only real difference is the model number itself. It's because one version will come bundled with the Avatar, while the other would be available to buy as a standalone product. Yep, so not much difference between just labeling difference. So here is the picture in the real world with DJI Avatar actually turned on. You can see the green light indicator turned on. And actually this image does look much better than what we had seen previously in some very preliminary leaks out there. And lastly, I want to actually remind you guys what specs we are expecting as per the previous leak. So here is a quick recap from my previous video so that you guys can actually get the rumors, leaks, information, the latest information in this one video. But I'm going to keep you guys updated with all the leaks, rumors, whatever on DJI FPV Mini or DJI Avatar. So please don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and see you.
No way in hell that drone's going to get more than 30 minutes.
Us to be their payroll department. Our ADP.
Yeah.
There's no, that's complete bullshit. There's no way that drone's going to get more than 30 minutes unless you're cruising at like 20 miles an hour. There's just no way. Because a drone that size, I'm assuming, is probably going to go maybe, I mean, I could be wrong, maybe 70 miles an hour.
According to the picture, it's only about this big.
It's the size of a 3-inch. So that's about the size of the ones that I gave to Matt. And those go, I want to say, I think Mike said around 60, 70 miles an hour tops.
Yeah.
So I don't even think that thing's going to be faster than the previous DJI FPV. But I don't think it will get over 30 minutes. That's freaking just wishful thinking right there.
Well, they're just guessing on the milliamp hour batteries. That's all.
But the problem is we don't know how much power those motors draw either.
No, or how much power the FPV camera and all the electronics,
Yeah, and then we don't know what the top speed is either, because they always give the battery specs of like whatever the most less strenuous like mode on the
Hey,
battery.
Paul, check out Sarah put a message to you in the chat.
Oh, you made the chocolate pudding cake. All right.
Did you have some, Justin?
Yeah, it was actually really good. I liked it.
Yeah, I got about half a cake left here yet. So
Hello, Dominic.
Good evening. While you were discussing the DJI FPV, I've watched a few videos, and some of them call it the Avata, and some of them call it the Avatar. I just think that's curious.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it is the Avata without the R on it. I think because they didn't want to get into Avatar being,
Yeah, copyrighted or
Yes.
trademarked.
And what if they're smart? They'll come out with the next version of it and call it the Avata Model R.
Yeah. That'd really mess with their head.
Yeah, it's like when they did the Mini 2 S or the Air 2S.
Yeah.
Like I said, when they estimate battery life though from these companies, they're giving you what the battery could do in the most optimal conditions.
Mm.
So that's why even when they say that the Mini 3 can get 30 or the Mini 2 can get 30 minutes of battery, that's not saying that you can get 30 minutes of battery in sports mode. That's more like 30 minutes in cine mode. But the minute you put it in sports mode, you're going to go down to maybe 22 minutes.
Oh yeah, they all just go down. That's no doubt about it. Even just a regular photography, a regular cinematic drone, you switch
That's
it,
what I'm saying.
you lose airtime.
See, like Jim from Above and Beyond Drones, you know how he always did a lot of research on stuff. He was saying that the way that they, and I don't know if this is true or not, but he was telling me, he goes, the way they test these things, they put them in a vacuum chamber because they can keep the drone still because there's no air for it to actually lift. And then they run it like that to test the battery life. But I don't know if that's actually how they do it or not. But that makes sense though why they do it that way, because then the drone wouldn't be able to move because there's no air to lift it.
Well, in my thought is they may put it in a special chamber, but there has to be air. Air is what the props lift with. If you vacuum out all the air, and that'd be like floating around in space.
Well, it could be like a vacuum chamber, but maybe they put it at a certain pressure or something. So I don't know. Like,
Maybe a pressurized vacuum chamber, but a true vacuum chamber. They talk about the vacuum of space where, the guys are floating around and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like I don't ever see that drone getting more than 30 minutes unless you were cruising at like 10, maybe 20 miles an hour.
Well, and the other thing too is what I found interesting about that report is nobody has been able to pinpoint when they're going to release it.
Well, and the other thing is too is that guy that does all the leaks.
Yep.
From what I remember, I think that her brother, I think it was his sister or something that worked there, or his brother. They don't even work for DJI anymore, so I don't even know how accurate those leaks are anymore. Apparently that person's family member that worked for DJI doesn't work for them.
Yeah.
Heard. I don't know if that's true though. It's just what I've heard, but apparently that one person that does all the leaks that everybody knows about, I guess they had some kind of family member that worked for DJI, and that's how they would get the leaks, which was probably done on purpose, like you guys have always said, you know.
Oh yeah,
But I don't know.
DJI is very calculated. They want to, in any conversation having to do with drones, they pop out a little bit of information just to keep everybody interested.
Throw out some breadcrumbs.
Yep.
I don't know.
It's a good marketing strategy.
Yes.
We'll
Yeah,
wait and see.
keep them excited.
Curtis Dart said ducted fans are more efficient for flying, and it looks like it's a ducted fan situation the way the frame was made. So I don't know.
It is. He's right about that, but I just don't think that it would get that much battery life. That's a lot of battery life for an FPV drone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
it's not like
Bill at Newfound Drone says that don't be silly if you don't think DJI is behind those leaks. They're done for
They're
marketing.
deliberate.
Yeah.
They are deliberate leaks.
well, like I
and
said,
they're
you guys are
calculated.
probably well, like I said, you guys are probably right about that, but I think there was a whole backstory behind that person that was doing that had that Twitter account or whatever. And I think it was
It's still very
doing it on-
calculated.
Yes.
Oh, I don't doubt that at all. But I don't know. I just DJI's battery technology isn't much better than anybody else's. So I don't see them getting that good. Like if they're going to tell you it's got 30 or 40 minutes of flight time, I guarantee you that's going to be in its slowest mode. But the minute you pop it in there, it's going to cut that battery life by at least half.
Well, the sad part is we're speculating simply because we like the drone market, but as far I can't speak for Paul Hodges, but I think I'm on the same wavelength. I have zero interest in an FPV.
Yep.
I'm curious.
I think that thing's going to be way overpriced. Just watch. Of what you could build yourself of that size drone, that thing is going to be way overpriced.
Well, it all depends upon how well it flies, how well it works, and like you say, battery life and all kinds of things. It'll be interesting to see once, because you can bet if that drone is going to be released in the next couple of months, there are people under NDAs right now that are out there flying that drone.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, or they're about to get it if they don't have it already.
Yep.
They're going to be pretty close to getting it. But you'll hear a lot of morons out there bragging about how they got to go fly with somebody that had it. They do it all the time.
Yep. Yeah, so that's I don't know of any other major drone releases coming up unless Dominic, have you heard of any other company or anything or?
Not really. I just generally keep an eye on DJI personally because they are the biggest. So that's what I keep an eye on.
You know, the company that I don't hear much about anymore that was hot topic for like 6-8 months, Skydio. You don't hear much about that.
That's because nobody was really. Skydio has been so, I would say, very lazy about really wanting to get into the market of like DJI and Autel. And nobody, if you notice the last Skydio release, nobody was really interested in covering it because it wasn't really an upgrade. It was just, they did a couple little tiny upgrades to it and re-released the same freaking drone.
Yeah.
So people weren't really that interested in it. And I noticed a lot of people didn't even talk about it. It just kind of blew over a lot of people. Well,
and the other thing too is most of the drone reviewers were not happy with the Skydio.
Well, that's what I said, because it wasn't an upgrade. Like all they did was they upgraded the antennas. They gave it a little bit better range, which I don't understand why it needed that, because that's not a drone that's typically more than a few hundred feet from you anyway.
Yeah, no
Because
kidding.
the follow me drone, you're not flying that thing a mile out. So why do you need better range on it? I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's one thing I've never really understood. Why have range when you can't go that far? Increase the battery life rather than increasing the range.
Increase the speed too. That thing is slow. It only does like 30. I want to say 30 or 35 miles an hour.
Yeah, we need things that go 60 and 70 miles an hour.
Well, I mean, if you want it to be a follow me drone, it needs some speed on it, because if somebody's on a dirt bike on a track and they want to get some really cool cinematic footage, they have to cruise at a really slow speed.
Well, you notice the Skydio really was big on Billy Kyle, because he'd go around on an electric skateboard. It's like, okay, whatever. I don't own an electric skateboard. Not gonna buy an electric skateboard.
Yeah. I think I should buy an electric skateboard and get on TikTok then.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, it wasn't. They're they don't really seem interested in really doing anything, and they've been kind of just really blah with their damn releases. It's not really anything anybody's impressed with.
Yeah, I think that the main two things that turned me off about them was, one, they're not foldable. And from what I see, is it'd be harder to store because they're not foldable. And secondly, it took them so long to be released in Australia. That was the other thing that really turned me off. They've only just recently got some sort of certification for Australia. So that was another thing that turned me off.
Well, it's the same with Altels. Two Altels just came to market in Australia, about a year ago, right?
But they came first and then Skydio came.
Yeah, I want to say Altels weren't available, because me and Matt were looking them up about a year and a half ago, and he couldn't even get them in Australia. They didn't have them on Amazon or anything for like any Australian sites. And then I want to say like 3 or 4 months after that, we were looking them up again, and they finally became available on Amazon over there. That was about a year ago, I want to say.
Yeah. But if I was going to choose a drone other than DJI, I'd be leaning towards the Autel, or however you pronounce it. Yeah.
And the only downfall to Autel really is they're just a little bit more expensive. So. But other than that, they're good drones.
Yeah, especially because the ones that I've seen just, have a bit of beast mode to them.
Like I said, the Skydio had some good technology in it, and it had some really good sensors in it. The first one was kind of crappy, but that second one that they released, they had some of the best tracking of any drone out there. But they haven't really upgraded it that much. And then, like I said, when they came out with that third model, they didn't really do a whole lot to it. It's kind of really crappy. They just barely upgraded anything on it. And like I said, the biggest thing I heard that liked the Skydio was that it was just slow. It wasn't fast enough to really do any really good videos. I mean, shit, the Mini 3's faster than the damn Autel is. I mean, the Skydio is. I want to say that the Mini 2's top speed is 38, 37
kilometers or miles?
Miles. I think it's only 4.5 miles per hour slower than the Air 2.
Yeah. Well, I've hit 42 kilometers. So that's 26 miles?
Was that sports mode?
Yeah. I put it in sports mode and just gunned it.
I want to say it's faster than that. I think its top speed is in the high 30s.
I cracked the 40 mark. Maybe I had wind assistance. But on the screen it said 43 kilometers an hour.
Huh.
So I must have had wind assistance.
'Cause I know the Air 2's top speed is 42 miles an hour,
Mm.
which
With
I thought they
miles?
would have. Yeah, that's 42 miles an hour. Yeah.
I'm talking kilometers.
Now,
There you go, Paul.
So that'd be 26.
That.
That's 26 miles.
It's a vintage donuts underneath on there. That's whipped cream on top. Vintage donuts, microwave for 20 seconds. The donuts I've had for about a month.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Probably not going to be good, but
Yeah.
pastries get nasty after about a week. They get all hard, and gross.
so when you went out last night, Paul, did you they had your cake? Did anybody eat any of it before or no?
Oh yeah, yeah. I had about a half a cake left yet, so I had a piece sitting here last night after I got home. So somebody's got to eat it. I'll be the, you know.
Me and Sarah were thinking about adding whipped cream to it.
Yeah, that might not be a bad thing to add stuff to it. How'd she make the holes in it?
I don't know because I wasn't out there when she made it.
Oh,
So I'm not sure. I was working on something and she was in and out of the house. She baked it and then she took off to her mom's for a little bit, let it cool off. Then she came back.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really out there when she was working on it, so I'm not sure. But we were talking about, because I told her, I said, maybe we should punch the holes and inject the whipped cream into the holes and then put the pudding on top.
That might have been a bad idea. Yeah.
But it was really good though. Like, yeah, I liked it.
Okay, Bill, have a good fun there. You're going to go out kayaking today, so.
All right. Now, Paul, is that your recipe or is that your sister's recipe?
It was actually my wife, Bonnie's.
Oh,
Diane was laughing yesterday. It's the first time she actually seen me make a cake. I did it at her place because I was down there on the weekend, right? So. Vintage sale, craft sale, and yard sale, Monday, August the 1st. Sunset down in Port Stanley. It's on today. Huh. Yeah.
yeah, I owned a couple of the Paradanafis. There's nothing wrong with those drones either. What I didn't like, if anybody comes up with a way to use your favorite controller with any one of those branded drones,
yeah,
because that's the part you got to get used to. You know, some of them flip up and you got to put a phone on. Some of them don't flip up. Some of them flip down. Some of them have a holder. You know, all that kind of nonsense stuff takes away from the flight characteristics of individual drones.
Definitely.
So I'm in St. Cloud finally.
DJI kind of started down that path when they came out with the smart controllers that allowed you to fly several different DJI drones with the same controller.
Oh,
Hey, Ron.
you on your way home?
Hey,
No,
Ron.
on my way into work.
Oh,
How is everybody?
Did you do anything about your cell phone, Quest?
Yeah, I went in there and I kind of pissed the kid off. I was telling him about all those fees that you had mentioned, and said I ain't paying that. So I said, I'm gonna go look to see I have my screen fixed. Well, there's no place here in Dickinson. I said, well, then I'll find somewhere else. Well, I could, sell you this phone. Go away from me. Get away. Bye.
What kind of phone do you have?
It's S20 or 21.
So you're going to be looking at around $200 to get the screen fixed.
Yeah, I figure it's going to be a couple $100 to get it fixed, but still cheaper.
Yeah.
But he's comfortable with it. That's the key. As you get older, Justin, you're going to find you're comfortable with what you have.
It's not that old of a phone either, so there's no reason not to look at it.
Yeah, it's not that I understand Paul from a comfort standpoint, but here's the big thing is, when I've always bought a new phone, you kind of incorporate the cost of the phone into your monthly plan. Well, as of next month, my monthly bill goes down $53 a month.
Yeah.
So that's why I think I'm going to keep it.
Yeah. They want to suck out that $53 again.
Well, it's worth the $200 to fix a $1,000 or $1,200 phone.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, but Samsungs tend to be more expensive than Apple to fix the screens, and they average usually around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're around $200 to get. Like my screen, to get my screen fixed on like my Apple or even like an iPhone 11, you'd be looking at like around $60, $80 to $100, depending on who did it.
Right.
But Samsungs, they tend to be more expensive because I think it was they don't allow. There's like no aftermarket screens or something, so you have to use the Samsung screen. So they tend to be around $200.
Yeah.
But
I need to start
not bad.
I need to start being a little more careful with the phone and maybe get a screen protector this time.
Yeah.
What kind of phone case do you have, Ron?
You know what? I thought about getting one of those.
Get an OtterBox.
Auto boxes. That's probably what I ought to get.
Get a Defender, not a Commuter. The Defender's the big thick one that has the bezel and has the phone clip and all that stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, get one of those. What?
The Defender?
Yeah, it's called the Defender. Get those. Those are the best phone cases ever.
Yeah, those damn things aren't cheap either. They're $50, $60.
But it's worth it, dude. They have a lifetime warranty through the company. So if your clip breaks, if your clip breaks, you can send it off to them and they'll give you a new one.
I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Plus, you have like a 1/4-inch bezel around your screen, so if it falls face first, your screen will never hit the actual ground.
Yeah. They're probably worth it.
It's what saved my LCD from getting screwed up in my phone, right? Because it got ran over by a truck and trailer.
Oh shit!
And all it did was break the screen, the actual LCD board. I think the guy set up underneath the screen. He's like, dude, if you wouldn't have had an OtterBox on there, he goes, that would have been another $60 to replace that. So it saved my phone from getting completely screwed. It didn't even bend the casing or anything.
Yeah. So, bottom line is if I spend, a couple $100 on a new screen and a good case, still worth better than $1,200 for a new phone.
Exactly. Well, see, that phone's not that old anyway. You could easily get another 2 years out of that phone.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
There's no reason to upgrade. Like my iPhone 10 is, I've had it for 3 years and it still works fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
On a new screen and a good case, still worth better than $1,200 for a phone. Ooh.
Somebody,
is that me?
I don't know. Somebody's got their YouTube on it.
No, that's Justin in traffic.
Oh, I hear YouTube in the background.
Yeah, I do too.
Somebody's got YouTube playing.
Man, I don't have YouTube going on. Nope, nothing there.
Definitely not me because I'm on my phone. I can't have two applications on. Got the YouTube on it.
No, that's Justin in traffic.
Oh, there it is again.
There it is again.
YouTube in the background. Like I said, it can't be me because I'm on my phone. So somebody's got YouTube playing.
I wonder if it's me. I've had a lot of people tell me from the truck when I call from the truck, they hear an echo.
It could be some weird backfeed or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
There it is again.
But it was. Like I said, it can't be me. I'm on my phone. So. Yeah, because I can't have YouTube and Zoom running at the same time on my phone. So.
I've had a lot of people tell me from the truck when I call. Yeah,
That's so weird.
it just started. It wasn't initially.
Yeah.
It might be me, guys. I'll pop
No,
out. But,
on the Samsungs, I think you can have two applications running. Can you do like a split screen or some weird crap like that?
I believe so.
I don't know because I haven't had an Android in 3 or 4 years, so I'm not real sure what all the new features are on it. Because what's his name was telling David was telling me that on the Samsungs you can like have two applications running with some kind of split screen thing or some crap.
Yeah, I think it's smart of you, Ron, to really investigate having the screen fixed.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. That little
You know,
spot's just growing bigger. Matter of fact, Paul, where you're positioned on my phone, I can only see half of your TV in the background.
Oh, okay. Well, you might want to reach out to Samsung or to a big box store that sells Samsungs and inquire about. You want to contact to find out a local service for them.
Yeah, I'm gonna research over in Gillette, Wyoming today.
All you gotta do is throw it in Google and put in phone screen repair shop, and it'll bring up a lot of cell phone shops will actually have repair guys that do it in there.
Yeah, you might have to make a couple of phone calls, but at least you'd be in the ballpark, you know.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take that long either. A good cell phone repair guy, he could do it in probably 20 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially if you find a place.
Justin, it's all about knowing what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like the guy that did my phone, he did a full diagnostics on it and everything, did the screen, and like I was in and out in about 20, 25 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a good phone shop near me, so that's a pretty useless bit of information. They do the full diagnostic in about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
They clean the phone, they put screen protector back on it, they fix the screen, they fix everything else, and you're in and out in 30 minutes.
Especially if it's a store that's not real busy, you'll be in and out real quick.
Yeah.
But the big places like the Verizon stores and T-Mobile stores and stuff like that, they usually don't do that. It's usually the mom and pop franchise stores.
Yeah.
Your franchise stores, the problem you have is you've got high school or college kids or whatever in there. They're just trying to make a buck. They're not technicians.
Yeah. The small, the ones that I'm talking about are small. Well, they're not mum and pop, but the couple that I know, one's a pretty cluey Indian chap, and the other's a young Asian dude, and they go through, they fix them pretty quickly, I must say.
Well, we'll give that a shot today. Well, anyhow, guys, I better pop out. I'm here at work, and
Okay, Ron.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
you
Ron.
guys have a
Enjoy
great
your day,
day.
Ron.
We'll talk to you again soon.
All right,
Yeah.
take care now.
Good luck on the phone thing. Make sure you let us know.
Yeah, we'll do. See you
Okay.
guys.
He said Gillette, Wyoming, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, I would imagine what you'd want to put in would be Wyoming, wherever, and see how many cell phone repair places there are in the whole state of Wyoming. And then narrow it down from there. Because usually when you put that into Google, it gives you a map with all these little pin marks all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Oh yeah, there's like 2 or 3 of them in Gillette.
Mm-hmm.
You got Selectal Wireless, ProTech Computing. They do computer and cell phone repairs. Cell only. Oh man, shit. There's a couple of them. There's like 2 or 3.
Mia, be good girl.
But Gillette also doesn't look that big on the map. It looks like a real small town or small city. I don't know how big it is, like population wise, but it doesn't look super huge. Yeah, there's a couple there though, so he shouldn't have a problem finding a place. I see at least 2 of them that say cell phone repair right on their description.
You haven't heard any more from that lady that called you about the gas leak? Bad pipe?
No.
You mean the Taco Bell?
Yeah.
No, she hadn't called me back.
Yeah, it's going to be a slow morning, I think, Paul.
Yeah, I think so.
We got 12 people watching. Not a lot going on exciting in my life, and yours either. It's just life goes on, right?
Yeah. I think I might have another little nap this morning.
Oh,
Enjoy it while I can. Oh, Mia barking or something.
yeah, she's always yippity yapping or something. I don't know whether she's reminding me like, hey, I'm outside because I've got the magnetic screens there. And she can come and go as she pleases, but sometimes she goes out there and she'll just stand out there. Every once in a while, she'll give a bark. Excuse me. And then turn around and look at the door, see if I'm noticing.
Oh, maybe she just wants to go outside with her.
Well, I went out today. This morning's my trash day. So I went out and cleaned up all the love bombs and put them in the trash.
Oh, dug a massive ass hole in the yard yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's liking to dig now, so.
Well, I don't know if it's me or somebody, but somebody was digging and I ended up buying a couple or getting, I had a couple extras. You know, those red patio stones that about like this and about like this, and they're about that thick. I put those down underneath there and then put the dirt over top. I'll be damned if she didn't paw it back up just to where you could see the red patio stone, you know?
Oh yeah,
I'm
if the
sure
dog
it's
likes to
me,
dig, they're gonna
because
dig.
the dirt that she's pawing away from there, you can see somebody was under their legs because it's piled up underneath a bush next to it, you know?
Oh, you
There's
see
no
Mike
way.
in there.
Mike B, how you doing?
Something
Hey,
like
Mike.
if they're gonna want to dig, they're gonna dig. It's almost impossible to stop a dog from
Yeah.
digging.
Yeah.
Some dogs like to dig, and especially when it's hot out because they want to lay it down in the hole because the ground's nice and cool. Because like Bo, even though he gets really hot outside, he doesn't want to come in, you know. But what's great though is the last few days I've noticed since he's had that cable, and he's been running back and forth outside and spending, an hour outside, and then comes in for a little bit, goes back out for another hour. He's kind of been going off and on. That at the end of the night, he's freaking pooped, dude. He don't want to do anything. He just gets in bed, and kind of goes to sleep.
So
Because it's heat and everything else.
how long did it take him to get used to that new system?
I mean, he kind of didn't understand the concept at first that he could run up and down it, but once he figured it out after a few hours, he goes running up and down it now. It only took him a few hours.
And
Like
how long is the cable?
It's a 50-foot cable, but I got it set at about 47 feet, 46 feet.
And how long is the lead off the cable?
It's about 6 foot.
Okay.
He's got, plus, well, I ran it from the corner of the porch to the corner of to the far corner of the backyard. That way he could get up under the porch and lay down on the cement, when it's hot out. Yeah, because we have one of those like permanent, awnings on our porch that's like part of the house, right? It's like built part of the structure of the house.
Yeah.
Over the back porch, so he can get up under there and he can lay down. The kids got him water and all that out there for him and everything.
So when he comes into the house at the end of the day, he's pretty pooped, huh?
Oh, dude! Last night he got up on the bed with me and Sarah, and he was just out. And then he got up, and then Kelsey came in to get him, and then he went in there and laid down on her bed. And he was done for the night.
Mike B put a question in for you, Justin. He says, ask Justin if his phone is burrito proof.
Absolutely not.
You haven't had one of those in a while, the big gigantic ones, have you?
I just haven't had the extra money to go out and eat or anything like that.
I splurged last night. I think I told Paul this. I ordered a delivered pizza from Little Caesars. And it was $21, and it was okay, but it was
Yeah, I haven't had the money to really go out and do any kind of eating. I mean, we got pizza a couple times the last couple weeks, but that's cheap because they're $5 pizzas. So you spend $15 on 3 pizzas. It's enough to feed everybody,
Yeah.
So it's not. That's actually cheaper than going to the store and buying a meal for everybody.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, I bought the Little Caesars pizza with everything on it, and it was okay, but I could only eat one slice, so I put the other ones in little bags and put them in the refrigerator. But the pizza itself was like $12. Then by the time you put their fees on top of the fees on top of the delivery fee and everything else, it came to $21.
Yeah, they charge you a bunch of shit for that now.
Yep.
That's why I don't ever use like Grubhub and stuff, because by the time you pay all the, like, you could order, $20 in food, but by the time you pay all the fees, and then if you tip the driver, I mean, you're looking at like $45 for
Well, I
$20
didn't,
for food.
I didn't tip the driver because I just told him to leave it at the door. But it was, the subtotal on the pizza itself was $13. Delivery fee, $2.99. Service fee, $1.43. Driver tip included $3. Taxes, $1.05. Total was $21.47.
Oh, wow. They actually include the tip on there?
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
But see, yeah, that's the thing though, is like, that's why I said, like, I never use Grubhub or like Uber Eats, because by the time you pay for everything, you almost double what you would just going and picking it up yourself.
Well,
The only
I
time
just didn't feel like going,
The only time I ever use Grubhub or anything is if like we're on vacation and we're splurging a little bit. Then we might use it if we're at the hotel or something like that, but that's very rarely that we actually have money to do stuff like that. So.
I can't remember the last time I did anything like that. We've I don't know if you have things like, we've got one called Menulog and Deliveroo here, and they do the same thing. It's just that, fees on top of fees on top of fees.
Yep, exactly.
Because if you order something that is $15 or $20, it does blow out.
Yep.
Because you've got the fee on top of the fee on top.
By the time you get done, it's $25. Yep.
Yeah, or it's probably even 30. And considering the fact that, there's $10 difference, you chuck $10 petrol in and you're still saving.
Yeah.
Well, most places you order from. Well, the thing is, most places that you would get delivery from here in the U.S. usually aren't more than like 5. Usually they're not more than 3 or 4 miles from your house anyway, so you don't really spend any gas going there and back. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's
if
usually...
it's a place that I go to regularly, I'm not going to get them to deliver it. I'm just going to go there. Because if it's a place that I know, I can go there and have a, chat to the people that work there. It gets you out of the house.
Yeah, that's a lot easier just to go get it yourself. Like we almost never had pizza delivered. We always just go pick it up, because places like Little Caesars and places like Hungry Howie's, they already have the pizzas ready when you get there, because they sell so many of those $5 pizzas that they actually make them ahead of time. So when you get there, you can just walk right up to the counter, give them your $15, and they immediately will hand you 3 hot pizzas that just came out, and you walk out. You're in and out in like 5 minutes, if that. Like sometimes it's quicker than that.
I don't know if the Pizza Huts in your area do the same thing as we do. What you do is you get on the Pizza Hut app and you can get one of the little personal small pizzas for $3, but you have to order it through the app and pick it up. But if you actually go into the store and buy it, it's $5, and it's the same size for $5. They charge you extra to actually go in.
That's because companies do that. They do that over here too. It's because they want you to become more electronic with all your ordering and your, paying for food and all that. So it's kind of like, it's kind of giving you an incentive to use the app instead of just walking in and buying it, because they want more traffic on their app too, right? So it's a good incentive.
Because I did it once, because I walked past the Pizza Hut. So I thought, I'll just go in and get something. And they have a big sign outside, $3 for a small pizza. So I went and bought it, and they charged me $5.45. So I thought, I'm going to work this one out for the next time. And then the next time I did it via the app, and it was $3. So
Yeah, it's
I've
just
learned.
it's just an incentive to get you to use the app. That's all
Yeah.
it is. They won't crap it up.
Well, Amazon is going to change the world. They want everybody to do everything on your computer. Then they don't have to have the big stores. They don't have to have the cash registers. They don't have to have all that stuff. It's all done online.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mike B, you have a good day too, my friend.
Bye-bye.
Later, Mike.
Yeah, well, I was out picking up Mia's little love bombs in the backyard because today's my trash day. I noticed that, boy, my grass is pretty much dead and the weeds are growing like gangbusters.
Hmm.
But you're gonna go out there and pull them, or just spray it with weed killer?
Well, you got to be careful what you spray because of Mia. But the other thing, the good thing to do would be to use a spreader and put down a weed killer grass fertilizer. But
Yeah.
because it's been so damn dry, I think I may do that in the fall, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've had a fair amount of rain, so our grass is not too bad for being green.
Oh,
Here.
mine's bad.
Now, do you guys generally have irrigation systems up there or not?
You mean a watering system?
Yeah, like sprinklers?
No, I've got them, never use them, but they're not in the ground. They're the kind you got to move around.
There's quite,
Like
there's quite a few people around here who got in-ground sprinklers.
Well,
Yeah,
to
see,
me,
like-
it was just another thing to have to maintain, you know?
like we have in-ground speakers or sprinklers at our house, but we don't ever use them either. Like,
There's my backyard, Paul.
Oh yeah, it's pretty brown. Yeah.
And all this green stuff is weeds.
Yeah.
but you don't look like you have that big of a backyard. Throw some fertilizer out there, like you said, and throw a sprinkler out there for a couple hours each day.
Well, the other thing is right now, until I deal with the weeds, all I'm going to be doing is watering the weeds.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Do that fertilizer weed killer like you were talking about.
Yeah. Where's Mia at? Is she over here underneath the tree? Let's look. Nope, she's not over there. Huh. I'm gonna call her. Let's see where she comes. Let me look and make sure she's not over here on the couch. Mia. Mia.
I don't see her coming out anywhere.
Oh, there she is.
Yep. What are you doing? Tongue hanging out. Come here. What are you doing out there? Getting into trouble, probably.
Well, Paul, I'm gonna go lay down for an hour.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of quiet here anyway, so
Yeah, it's very quiet. I was just thinking about maybe shutting her down at 9:30. So
Yeah.
yeah, it just
hello, Mama Laura.
hey Laura.
What's up, Laura?
Yeah, I'll talk to you tonight, Paul.
Okay, all right.
Talk to you
Bye.
later.
JD says, Laura, and she also said to you, Justin, oh, Twat is here. I couldn't see him. Laura, what are you up to today? Are you out and about doing things or hunkered down at home? Oh, Laura's at her brother's house right now. Okay. Dominic, what time is it over there?
20 past 11 p.m.
PM. Oh, so you're going to be turning in pretty soon too.
Yeah, I'll probably turn in probably about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll end up closing it down here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Just do it at 9:30 like that
Yeah.
tonight.
Okay, everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again later this evening. Don't forget to check out Laura's game shows, and JD did a great video today. Go check it out, Hanging with JD.
Yep.
And until next time, everybody behave.
Good
See you
night.
later.
Thanks, Justin. Bye-bye.